What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates. Leslie is something else. Let me tell you something. That chick got a poker face on her because even when it seems like the deck is stacked against her and they finally got something on that ass, oh, she be playing it cool. Like her facial expressions, her demeanor, everything is just cool as a cucumber. Even if they think they got her dead to rights, she don't let it show. You know what I'm saying? She just as cool as a fan. Um, the way she be doing cat be funny as hell. She said, "Oh, after you, Nancy Drew." She funny as shit. Like when they went down to that police station, Leslie was just so unfazed by her pulling out that jacket and stuff like that. She was in the receipt. She was so just okay. Ian. She was like, "All right, you got receipts. You got a jacket. Cuff me. What you gonna do?" And Leslie had the nerve to ask for a restraining order against Cat. Cat was like, "This arrogant bitch." She said, "Oh, that's Miss Bitch." I fucking love it. Yo, Leslie is that villain. I love her. She don't give a damn. She really don't. She don't care. But Cat be doing too much sometimes. Like she's a damn good detective in training, but she got a lot to learn. Like, this is amateur hour. First of all, you gotta worry about chain of custody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got that jacket, but once she revealed that she tried the damn thing on, Jacob was like, "What the fuck you expect me to do? Your fingerprints is all over the jacket. Your DNA is all over it. Your fingerprints and stuff is all over the damn receipts. So it's going to be hard to match that up to Leslie's. You know what I'm saying? It's chain of custody at the end of the day. It's not going to all hold up in court. It's circumstantial. But all is not totally lost. I mean, they sent the footage off to the FBI for analysis, and the description of the person in that video matches Leslie. The same height, the jacket, it matches her. You know what I mean? So they got her in a way. They got enough for probably a search warrant at best to search her place. Um, Speaking of searching something, Eva. Ted is really trying to get Eva away from her mother, but Eva got Stockholm syndrome or something. Like, she just can't leave Leslie the hell alone. Like, she can't walk away from her. And that's going to be hard for Ted. Because at the end of the day, he want to get to know Eva, but if she going to keep being around her mom or associating with her in some form or fashion, that's going to be hard to do. You know what I mean? That's going to be tough. Because he just hoping that she stay the hell away. But Eva, her taking the riding gear, like the helmet and the gloves and stuff, to use as leverage against Leslie, I feel like it could come back and bite her in the ass. Because what she should have did was take that shit down to the police station. Because then it adds to what Kat already gave the cops. It could help put Leslie's psychotic butt right in prison. And I don't even know what leverage Eva wants to hold over her. Like, I mean, I know the leverage, but it's like, what exactly does Eva want? Like, you trying to get her to let you move back in or something? Like, what is it that you freaking want from Leslie? I would have turned her in. Like, I don't understand why Eva playing this little game with her. Because I damn sure wouldn't be playing it. The girl basically showed Eva that she don't care nothing about her. Put her out, put her shit in a garbage bag, like she treat her like dirt. And you sitting here talking about using something as leverage. Oh, you need to stay on my good side. I'm like, Eva, turn that shit over to the cops. Like, turn her in. Okay, you already lied to the police for her in the first place. You need to let her go because you dragging yourself down. That's all you doing. You are dragging yourself down right along with her because if she get locked up, you probably going to go too. Because you messing with evidence. Messing with evidence, obstruction of justice, like... You doing too much, and whatever else charge the cops choose to throw in your ass. Like, you gotta be careful with stuff like that. May God help Ted, because he got his hands full with them too. He really do. So Chelsea was trying to get Martin to allow Samantha to do some modeling or whatever for their little purse line, and Martin, he's still on the fence about it. He was like, I don't know about all that. She too young. I don't feel like she ready. I'm like, okay, I mean, I get where he coming from, but I feel like that's a conversation he needs to have with Smitty. It's not just his decision. He need to have a little conversation with Smitty and Samantha and see if they could work that out. I mean, I get where, like, why he got reservations about her doing this modeling stuff. I get it. But, as long as she keeping her grades up and doing what she got to do around the household, I would let her do it, at least part time. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to do it full blown. Like, let her start out small, build her confidence and stuff up. Because if you just keep telling her no, that's how you raise a sneaky child. You just don't listen to them and keep saying no to everything they ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least listen to it. You ain't got to, I'm not saying that they run the world, they run your household, but at least listen. You know what I'm saying? At least let them get it all out. At least pitch it. Let them pitch the idea to you and, see if y'all could compromise somewhere, because that's the one thing you don't want is a sneaky child because you want to be too strict. Like, but I mean, I can't say Smitty and Martin are being strict, but Martin does come off a little bit too much sometimes. Like, even the fact that he won't even let the girl date, but yet Tyrell can date, but she can't. And they the same age. That don't make no sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how you get sneaky kids. This is how you get them. But I was surprised when he had that conversation with Ted about forgiving Ted and stuff like that. I was kind of surprised Martin came around so soon. I was like, okay, Martin. I was thinking he was gonna be mad at least for another couple months. Especially the way he fired off on him before and pushed him and all that type of stuff. I didn't think he was gonna come around this quickly. Like, he admitted, he was like, I kept secrets too, and he felt like he should have been more compassionate and understanding and whatnot. Cause ain't nobody perfect. I said, okay, Martin, I see you trying to have a little growth. Okay. Ted working my soul, talking about him and Nicole, they kind of talking, but they not really like talking about the major stuff they should be talking about. Then he talking about this Leslie situation. And my thing is this: why should Nicole help him take Leslie down or figure out how to neutralize Leslie? That is your problem. You brought that witch into their life. Why should Nicole have to deal with it? Hell no, she should. And it's crazy because, mind you, the dude that's been watching Martin is still watching him. Like, now he a little bus boy or waiter at the country club. Now he pretending to be that. He's still watching him. I was like, good Lord. I'm like, I need to know what this man up to. Like, what you need? Because you just keep watching him and stuff. I'm like, what's going on with you? He must be a part of Martin little secret, though. He got to be. Because he just been watching him at Orphe Jeans, watching him at the country club. I'm like, damn, sir. Who pissed in your cereal? What you keep watching this man for? But yeah, like, people keep trying to pitch this to Nicole that, oh, Ted miss you, because even Martin told her, Ted miss you, and Mona keep talking about, oh, are you feeling sorry for are you feeling sorry for Ted and stuff? It was so funny how Mona called Leslie a shapeshifter. I love Mona. She funny. She one of them little funny ass side characters. I love her. But at the end of the day, I loved Nicole's response to that. To what Mona's saying, to what Martin is trying to say. Like, yeah, she missed Ted. Naturally, they've been married a long time. She was like, shit, she ached for Ted. But she was like, her forgiving him and taking him back, it wouldn't be for real. It wouldn't be real. Because it's too soon for her. She's not in that headspace to take him back. She's not in that mind frame to forgive him. So she was like, I need real in my life right now. She said, I need real shit in my life. And her taking that man back right now, that's not real. I felt that. I felt that in my spirit. Because it ain't. You got to be real to yourself. You got to be true to yourself. Like, I know that's what everybody want her to do. Well, everybody in her family, they've been pitching hard about her taking him back because he a good dude and he had that slip up. But at the end of the day, that was Ted's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Mona tried to make it sound like, oh, well, Leslie conned him. Ted is a grown-ass man. He willingly slept with that lady. Willingly. I don't give a fuck what lies she told him or sweet talked him. He was a married man. He chose to dip in that pond. That was on him. So Nicole got a right to feel how she want to feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she not ready to take him back, they shouldn't be pitching it to her. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to forgive and take somebody back when they did you wrong like that. They broke that trust. And even if she did take him back, it's going to be, a work in progress still. Because he got to rebuild that. And he's not doing himself any favors by being around Leslie the way he is. Letting her into his hotel room all that stupid stuff. I'm like, dog, he need to get smarter. Like he do. But I need for Nicole to boss up on Leslie. I need her to beat Leslie ass. Like take one of them Febreze cans and spray that shit in her face and just mollywop her ass. That's what I need her to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of a nice Nicole. Like I understand she trying to, hold her composure, be classy. I respect it. I respect the classiness. But to have to, everywhere you go in that town, you might run the chance of seeing her, beat her ass. Like I'm just saying, she need to let all her anger out. Cause I feel like Nicole bottles up that anger. Like she's mad, but she hasn't shown that rage yet. She ain't been enraged. You know what I'm saying? I think she's just bottling it up. Cause it might be the therapist in her. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to compartmentalize her feelings. She cries. She expressed her hurt, her anger, and stuff like that. But it's a rage. You got to have some type of rage in you about this shit. Your husband of umpteen years had an affair with this crazy ass nut, had a child by this said nut, and this lady been all up in y'all face all this time trying to ruin y'all life, and you mean to tell me that ain't enough to make you go berserk? She definitely holding that shit up. She holding it in. Like you gotta be. You gotta be. Cause I'm pretty sure any other chick would have been busted out his windows and dragged her ass up and down the street. Like, come on now. So I'm just ready for her to go off. Like Kat, she gonna busting up in the house thinking she all defeated and whatnot because they worried about Leslie getting away with all of this. I'm like, it ain't over yet. It ain't over. Police investigations take time. That shit it ain't gonna be over in the blink of an eye. Like that type of stuff, it take a little minute. They gotta be patient. So anyway, moving on from that. I knew when Sharon came to town, I knew Sharon was gonna be a hurricane when she stepped foot in that city. I knew she was gonna go off. Like she was definitely not happy to see Anita, but she was very happy to see Vernon. Gave that man a hug and everything. But Anita, she ain't had nothing for her but smoke. And I can't really say I fully blame Sharon because Sharon got 40 plus years of anger built up in her. She ain't seen Anita in years. You know what I'm saying? She had to let that anger out. And Anita, she wasn't dumb to it. It was like she wasn't naive to think, oh, this was gonna be easy. She knew it wasn't. So she told her, let's get it all out. Because Sharon has this perception that Anita was down with everything that Dante Green was doing. And Anita had no idea all the shit that he was doing. Because he was running around spreading rumors saying that Sharon was on drugs and alcohol and that's why she couldn't perform right and all this that. Like just spreading all these nasty rumors. And Anita said she had no idea that was going on. But she was like, Dante had all the power back then and stuff. And Sharon wasn't buying it because she felt like Anita was trying to absolve herself of everything. She wasn't here for it. Because she felt like Anita gave him that control. Because according to Sharon, she got offers, solo offers. And Sharon turned all that down to stick with the Articulates. But the moment that Anita got some solo offers, she took it and left them in the lurch. They couldn't even come out publicly and speak on what was going down back then because Dante forced them to sign their NDA agreement. And the only way for them to get their final payment. And they basically had to go back to the old neighborhood. They had to go back to the hood. Had to go back to the hood. She took her money, bought her a little home, a little house, or whatever. Like they struggled. While Anita was out, being this superstar, like basically damn near being on Diana Ross level. You know what I'm saying? And they were bitter about that. And Anita stopped taking their phone calls. So Sharon is basically back for revenge. Like she wants to blow Anita's life up. Because she wants the world to see that Anita's not this benevolent philanthropist that she tries to paint herself as. Because of it, apparently some shit went down and Vernon don't know the whole story about the Articulates. Like he don't know everything. All he knows what Anita told him, which was the breakup was complicated. That's all he know. So Sharon ready to blow the shit up. And Anita looked like she was shook. Because whatever happens, she definitely don't want Vernon to know that shit. She don't want the public to know. I want to know what the freak happened. What happened between her and Dante Green and the Articulates that Vernon don't know? Like, was it an affair? Was it a child somewhere? Like, what happened? I want to know. Like, because this sounds like some piping hot tea, and we need to get to spilling. I want to know what the freak happened back then, because Sharon came blowing through the city, not giving a damn. Because even the reunion tour, she felt like was going to be some bull, because she felt like Sharon felt like Anita was just going to take the spotlight again. But my thing is this: they keep thinking that Anita's going to take the spotlight. If it wasn't for Anita, you wouldn't have an Articulates reunion, because they offered Anita a solo again, and this time Anita didn't take it. So I would say that's some significant growth on her part, because Anita keep letting them know, like, yo, that was back in the day, like we were kids, like Anita felt like she didn't know no better back then. She just knew she had to go for hers. um Sharon don't give a damn. Sharon don't give a damn, because she still feel like Anita's not taking accountability for nothing that happened back then, so she ready to blow it up. And it's funny because Vernon's sitting there with Chelsea, basically telling her, like, oh, he loved Anita and he loved learning new things about her. I'm like, no, you don't, sir. You ain't gonna love this new shit you about to hear, because it's gonna be a mess. Chelsea was wearing me out when she was talking to Vernon about like giving up on love, or love not being for her or whatever, because of what happened with her and Allison, and all the stuff that's going on with her mom and dad, and Ted and Nicole, like seeing all these couples having issues and stuff like that were once rock solid. She basically felt like, like relationships is just shams in a way. And I'm glad Vernon let her know, like, listen, that's a lie. And I agree. You can't look at everybody's relationship as couples goals. Like, even people that's been married 40 and 50 years, they went through some shit. That's relationships. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea can't give up on love just because she had a snag in her relationship that she wanted to take further. Cause I'm tired of her whining about that married lady. Like, damn well that lady was married. You should never try to make a play for her. Like, you knew she was married. The hell were you expecting? Like, I don't get that from people. Like, what do you expect when you try to seek out a married person? Like, what do you think you're gonna gain from that? Like, come on, it's gonna be messy and complicated trying to get with somebody that's married. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chelsea should know better. Um, but anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a good night. Peace.